Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Resident Not 7. I have created this YouTube channel especially for helping NEET PG and INICET aspirants as well as MBBS students who are struggling with core medicine topics. I am here to help you guys, so kindly subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon below. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Resident Not 7. Today I am going to discuss about how to crack INICET exam which is coming from in the May of 2025. I'm going to tell how I studied medicine for INICET exams or NEETPG exams, and you can follow the exact same strategy for cracking INICET. So before going on discussing about how to crack the exam, we have to understand the game. What is the game? First is we have to read. Everybody reads, right? Everybody reads. Everybody revises, but nobody revises multiple times. So this is very important when it comes to competitive exams like NEET PG and INICET. So coming to the 80-20 rule, there always will be 100% syllabus whenever we study for any competitive exams. But what we have to do is leave out the unimportant 80% and just focus on the very important 20% the syllabus. And once you read this 20% of the important syllabus, you have to revise it multiple times. Okay, how to find this important 20% of the syllabus? By what is called as PYQs, which is previous year questions, as you already know. As multiple NEET PG and INICET educators have told you guys, previous year questions are really very important, and they give us a clue about this 20% of the very important topics which we should read. From the previous year questions, we can delineate the topics which are very important, and we can study them and we can revise them multiple times and we can crack this exam. So instead of studying everything single time, study important topics multiple times. This is where most of our preparation goes wrong. So coming to the strategy for exams, this is called as the Goldilocks strategy. Never ever spend too much time on questions which you don't even understand. If you don't understand the answer, that is okay. But if you are not even understanding the question, don't feel bad. Everybody faces that problem. These exams are very competitive, and at least 10 to 15 questions will be in that category where even question won't be understandable to us. So just leave them and focus on the high yield ones. That is the important questions which will give the better return on investment. Study at least 12 hours a day, and your preparation should be a minimum of 4 to 6 months to crack this exam, because we have a whooping 19 subjects to read and revise. And I will tell you how to read them in the upcoming slides, and always take essential breaks. So in the exam always try to attend at least 170 plus questions. This gives you a foolproof strategy. If you are having a 70 to 80% strike rate, anyway you would have attended up to 160 questions correctly if you have attended 175 to 180 questions. So always try to attend more than 170 questions. If your error rate is 20%, you will have an answer of 160 questions. So your mark will be very good. And don't answer questions which you are not even aware of, and don't guess those questions, because your chances of getting those questions are 25% only. But if you are able to rule out 2 out of 4 options, then you will have only 2 options left. In that moment, your chances of getting the question correct is 50%. Hence, in these cases, you can take the risk and you can reap the reward most of the times. So never ever attempt questions which you are not sure of and which you are not even be able to rule out 2 options at least. I will be doing successive YouTube sessions on how to correctly mark the MCQs in the upcoming video. So exam pattern analysis is, as you already know, there are 200 questions and each question will have 54 seconds per question. As the pattern is changed now, there will be 4 sessions, and each session will have 50 questions, right? So you will be getting 45 minutes for each session, and you have to answer up to 50 questions. So 50 questions in 45 minutes is a equation. So you have to answer every question within a minute. So keep it in your mind. So of the analysis I have done, the preclinical and the paraclinical subjects contribute 50% of the total questions, and your clinical and the final year subjects contribute 50% of the remaining questions. If you are very well versed in anatomy, you will be able to answer most of the surgery questions, ortho questions, and if you're very well versed in physiology, pharmacology, and pathology, medicine, dermatology will be cakewalk for you. So your strong base comes from pre and paraclinical subjects, which you can extrapolate to the final year subjects. So always focus on pre and paraclinical subjects along with PSM, which will give you a solid 5 to 10% yield. So you are telling, so you can ask whether I am telling not to study medicine. Don't take it like that. I will tell why studying medicine is important and why studying medicine is easy. We will come to the part later. So, if you take medicine for these competitive exams, both INICET and NEETPG, most of the questions are asked from three chapters: endocrinology, cardiology, and nephrology. If they are asking 35 to 40 questions, up to 25 questions are from these three chapters. So it will give you a yield of 70%. All you have to do is read these three chapters. That's enough. So, in order to prove that, I have assembled the sample questions of a May INA 2024. As you can see, this is from diabetes, is endocrinology, heart failure cardiology, osteoporosis endocrinology, calcium metabolism endocrinology, nephrology, ABG nephrology, and endocrinology. This is a rare question from hematology, cardiology, anaphylaxis general topic, infective endocarditis cardiology, headaches and neurology topic, ulcerative colitis a rare MG question, IJ vasculitis a single question from rheumatology, and OSA from pulmonology. So single questions from the rest of the system, but predominant of the questions are from these three systems. So coming to the next paper, INA 2024 of November, ABG nephrology, renal transmission nephrology, HOS TTP nephro, glomerular hematuria nephro, endocrine, a rare question from gastro, GBS, a rare question from neuro, nocardiosis from infectious disease, meant to be again endocrine, how to collect calcium from endocrine and electrolyte disturbances, endocrine, rheumatology, hematology, again cardiology, neurology, a malaria rare question from infectious disease, and from gastro. So if you take the May INI, this is from rheumatology, from cardiology or infectious diseases, cardiology, nephrology, endocrinology, hematology question was asked, pneumoconiosis from lungs, dementia from neurology, nephrology. Hepatitis B is a common topic which you have to read it up and mug it up. Stroke localization, two questions from neurology, and diabetic drugs. So if you can see, if even if they are asking questions from other systems, all of these questions are basic questions from those systems. Stroke localization, but you would have studied even in your UG days. So hypercalcemia, again endocrine, alcoholic hepatitis from gastro, cardiology, hepatitis B, again repeated question, clostridium infectious disease, cardiology, infectious disease, neurology, and community care question from lungs, cardiology, nephrology, hematology, amyloid from nephrology, nephrotic syndrome from nephrology, a rare question from rheumatology. Again, ABG is getting repeated multiple times, and coagulation disorders. So these are the topic-wise IELD analysis I have done. So if you take medicine, cardiology, nephrology, and endocrinology from the key, along with some questions from infectious diseases, particularly TB, malaria, HIV. You should be thorough about it. So these are all the other topics which I have taken. You can note it down for later analysis. So rank wise attempt strategy, top 500 rankers. If you want to take a good clinical seat in INI, you have to be among the top 500 of the rankers. And if you want medicine or pediatrics, you should be below 200. So you have to attend at least 170 plus questions with an accuracy of 80%, which will fetch you a mark of 160. So your target should be to attempt 175 to 185 and get 160 correct. And these mid-range rankers, as you go down, you can see all these rankers are attending less questions. So your risk taking should be such that you should not attend all 200 questions, which is impossible, as you can get many questions wrong. As I told, the ratio of failing is 75% if you attend a question which you are not even aware of, but the ratio of failing is 50%, 25% to 50% if you attend questions in which you can rule at least 2 out of 4 options. So the key strategies: don't attempt all questions, attend 170 plus questions. So this is the study plan for aspirants who are going to start new. Always study core concepts and always pick 20% of the important topic because the exam is near. So 20% of the important topics from all subjects and revise them, and always do GTs and PYQs. So revising previous set questions along with GTs along with your revisions, which will give you a strike rate of 90%. Remember, you have to attend 175 questions and your strike rate should be 90%, which means it will fetch you a mark of 165. Your target should be 165 with minimal negative markings. That is enough. So as I already told, all these rankers are only attending 180 questions. It's safe for you to attend 175 plus or minus 5 questions and leave a very less negative marking. So final tips. So 60 to 70% of the paper repeats. As I already told, all of the questions are from these 3 chapters in medicine. The same will be for the other systems also. Give GTs. Always revise previous year questions and their concepts. Attend as much MCQs as possible. Revise, revise, and revise. Okay. So focus on clinical questions as the pattern has changed, as you already know. And also don't forget to read PSM, as most of the questions from PSM are simple and you can get 10 plus questions easily. So from this discussion, I hope I have clarified your doubts, and I have clarified your doubts on how to read for medicine if you feel overwhelmed about it. Just read these 3 chapters for it will take hardly a week. So you can complete the medicine up to 80%, which will give you a good strike rate of 80 to 90% in the examinations. Thank you. I hope I have, as I already told, I have cleared most of your doubts, and most of you have asked how to read medicine for INICET and NEET PG. I think this will suffice. In the future, I will upload videos and discussions on how to approach an MCQ, which will be uploaded in a few days. All the best for future. Thank you. And follow my page, follow this YouTube channel, touch the bell icon, and share it with your friends. Thank you.